have my glasses on here.
Is that cow calling somebody?
Tell them, hey, get over here.
I guess we'll make some tests tonight. I'm just worried about capturing the audio real good.
See my grizzly bear from Glacier National Park when we're there this year. It's a grizzly.
Yeah. Oh. Neat.
Did you see any?
Saw one.
St. Louis Zoo is getting 2 grizzlies now.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. They may have them now.
I'd like to see what are those bears that dive under the water?
Well, aren't they grizzlies that do
They're
that?
the white ones. I don't know.
Yeah, there's
Polar
something.
bears, I guess.
Yeah, polar bears. That's right. But
The polar bears. I don't know.
okay.
Yeah, it's a great weekend. What is it today? So my watch says it's the 10th of October. It was cold this morning.
Is it the 10th or? Yeah, I'd say.
What my watch says, I don't know if that's
Yeah,
right.
10. I was trying to.
Let's use this mainly for the audio recording. I've never used the camera just for voice, but I guess you can record just audio instead of, I've got it on video.
Yeah. And what do you mean you can blend them together later on, the audio with the video, or
Yeah. Shut up! We're filming!
Well, mine says 10:11. I know last night I was fooling around with my watch and I couldn't.
maybe mine's off. I don't know.
Is whichever audio track is the best track is what I would use, but
Yeah.
I can lay these out in my editor to where I see, 1, 2, 3 streams of video, a timeline with 3 streams of video. The thing is to try to get them synced. What you need is there's going to be a little bit of audio picked up on each one of these. You do that. You can look at the audio on all 3 videos, and you can see that clap
Yeah.
and kind of come up with a synchronization.
Synchronization? Okay.
What, did Mark go down?
Went down
Walk for a walk?
He's taking pictures for Ed of Mossy.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know he was going to take that in.
Yeah, I was going to use him to check once in a while that the camera the battery didn't go out.
Oh, he ought to be back.
Yeah, he shouldn't be wrong.
I have no script. All I have is an idea to just kind of reminisce of growing up, and we all experienced different stages of our family.
Yeah.
You know, I remember from the time I started kindergarten at Lockwood, I remember that very clearly, and remember the old times that we played down there at the end of Chamberlain. That was about 3 or 4 acres. That was our playground. I don't know whether, well, you were already in high school when we were on Big Bend.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in high school, but I lived on Big. I wasn't out of high school.
Yeah, I have one thing that sticks in my head, Ed, about you, and for one reason or another, you were driving me down to Lockwood in the car, and you were smoking, and you said, "John, please don't let Mom and Dad know that I'm smoking."
Oh, okay.
And I still remember that. You were in high school.
Yeah, I was. I would have been 17, I think. I may have started in late 16, but yeah.
Let's see, I started at Lockwood in 45. Where were you in high school at that time?
I graduated in 47, so I'd have been in 10th grade.
Okay, so you were, you were definitely in high school when one time you drove me down to school. I don't know whether it was some kind of a meeting or what, but I just remember that you had told me, please don't let Mom and Dad know that I smoke.
Well, Earl went through it. I mean, he used to smoke without Mom and Dad knowing, and when they found out, they weren't too happy about it. And I felt the same way about it, that they'd be after me. And Bob's the only one that didn't, out of all of us, that didn't smoke. You smoked for a while, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I smoked off and on for a long time.
I was thinking
I
that.
felt smoke steady from, probably 15 or probably 16.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I would have not guessed it, but I used to even smoke in the bedroom thinking that Mom wouldn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
Only cigarettes I lit was to light fuses on model airplanes, because cigarettes burn real slow, you know, and then you touch it to the fuse on the airplane. I don't know.
What was I going to say?
Well, you were talking about, you know, where we lived there and our friends going down on Chamberlain and stuff. Well, Bob and Ronnie Hansen lived down Big Bend. In fact, their house backed up to Lockwood.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And they were with us, going down. We built tree houses. We built caves down at the end of the street there, dug holes. We got metal signs from the filling station when they were done with them. We got their signs and used them for some of our construction down there.
I remember that they were very extensive. I mean, you had tunnels going from one to the other, 3 or 4 caves, and you dug them, and then you put, I guess, those signs for the roof, and then covered it over with dirt, so it looked like it was completely down and tunneled, but in reality, you had dug ditches and then covered the ditches up.
Well, you talk about caving. Ed and them all behind Smercina's in those
I
woods.
Say, I didn't know that you all did that on
No, we were down into Chamberlain, but you always had those caves behind Smercina's.
Smercina's, right.
And extensive tunnels like you're talking. They had long tunnels.
Oh, yeah.
What up,
The
where we flew kites, I guess that was really, was it Webster Garden? No.
They built eventually it became Webster Gardens back there, where those fields. But we even had caves on the train bank, which was kind of dangerous. That was us, not Ed and Earl and them. They had wars with the Shrewsbury kids and all. And these rubber band guns. Dad showed them how to make a machine gun or something.
Yeah, we made machine guns and everything. Yeah,
A machine rubber gun?
yeah, you make it like a rifle and you put little
A lot of notches all along
shots
it.
down it, and then you take a rope, start it in the front and pull it back and let it roll down, and you have a V notch and you put the rope, and then you put the rubber bands above it, and then when you pull the rope, it releases. You know, if you have a row of these going back,
It'd release the
make
ones
a
in back
machine
to the
gun.
front. You pull that and then it starts releasing them.
So you did have maybe 10 or 15 rubber bands
Yeah,
on this assembly.
Right.
All loaded. What were you shooting? Paper? Or?
No,
We have wars.
Dad had bicycle business and he had rubber inner tubes, and you cut those rubber inner tubes into rings, and those are what you're shooting. You're shooting big heavy rubber bands. And they would hurt.
No, oh, you're shooting rubber bands.
Shooting rubber bands was the bullet.
Okay, I thought you meant you stretched the rubber and then you put a wad of paper in it.
No,
Oh no, it was a rubber band.
The rubber band is what you're shooting. That's your bullet.
Yeah, we used to do a lot of that. I thought you were I guess you weren't old enough to have been involved in that then.
I was right at tail end. I saw what you were all doing.
Yeah. Yeah, we had the fellow that lived across the street. I can't think of his name now. His father had a
Was that the furniture?
furniture.
Yeah.
And he would help us build those rubber band guns, although we could do
I
it
thought Dad
ourselves.
was designing.
Dad did. Dad designed them, but
Okay.
there was a boy there.
Vrooman.
That was our.
No, Vrooman, that was the television place. What was the furniture
I
place?
can't think of the guy's name.
Because
now.
they had the fabric and all.
Oh no, the fabric was the one on the corner you were talking
Okay.
about. This was between.
Okay, I don't remember that.
I thought you were talking about there was a house right next to the Rumans across from our driveway.
Well, yeah, there was that.
I don't know.
Well, there was a. Can't even. It's a little store, or what we used to call them. Let's see, Link. Link was the name of the
Yeah,
people. Warren
yeah,
Link lived there, and his parents had that little shop. It was a candy store or something. I don't know. I thought it had bread and stuff like that too, but I'm not sure. But what I can't remember, this is even before our time, is, I mean, my time, and then did Frank and Earl and our older brother Harry, were they all born on Hampton? Were they living there? I know I was, and I didn't know. I don't know if they had that house on Hampton when Harry was born. Something I was just curious about.
I don't know, probably.
But I can. I lived on Hampton until we moved to Big Bend. And
Well, tell me how much you remember about your times on Hampton. That would
on
have been
Hampton.
5 years that you were first.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we used to do all kinds of things. We used to, the three, Frank, Earl, and I mean, we'd get sand, white sand, and we would get crepe paper, different colors of crepe paper, and soak it in water, and then pour it in the white sand, and we'd make, 3, 4, 5 different colors. And we'd put them in bottles and layer it, different things. We used to do that a lot. And we lived on an alley there, and I was the guy that would go to the pits. I'd go into all the pits and pick up different stuff like an old clock or
Pits? What do you mean pits?
ash pit.
Were they burned?
Along the alley. Even, my house on when there that I bought, that flat had their concrete pit with them.
People burn their old furniture and stuff. Huh?
I
Just
guess,
thrown away.
well, actually it was the trash, they'd pick the trash up out of there, but I mean, stuff would be put in there, and I used to gather stuff there. And I remember, let's see, there was, when we were on Big Bend, do you remember the big trash pit, the trash thing that was behind what you were talking about?
Smercina's.
Just past Mercino's, and the thing,
Oh yeah, yeah.
There was
Actually,
a-
there was a sinkhole there.
sinkhole, and it became a
Yeah.
trash place. I mean,
Okay.
we used
Yeah.
to go in there and get stuff out of that. But on Big Bend, I'm not Big Bend, but on when we were on Hampton, that's when I think I fell in one of those pits and I cut myself. That's the scar that goes right like that.
Yeah.
And I can remember doing that. I can remember when soda bottles, you'd get 2-cent refund on soda bottles. And we used to collect those things. I think even milk